My up cycles and my communication line signals are changing into transmission light systems. The Kundalini is coming in force recognitions right now. I'm 700,000 years into the future. All location centers are going to all location vibrational panel activation code systems. It's setting course right now through all division levels. We're coming into detoxifying our immune systems, our respiratory systems, our transmission light systems, our communications through our perception divisions, everything through location centers, sending all location systems. Very important to understand we get into the detoxification. You have to understand your viruses. You have to understand your breathing. You have to understand everything through your ascension of your breathing. You have to understand your sanctions. So basically, I put an energy globe around your coring systems. All your dimensional sets are connected through your body activations of higher lights. Our pixel activation code systems are changing to the transmission systems. So I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers and everyone watching my channel as a force rising through connection vibration systems. It's grand rising right now. It's force recognizing everything through the galactic force team as we're high rising into light activations, coming into formations of the dimensional earth. It's setting core to all divisions through the major grid systems, setting line communication, the line signals through transmission light systems, the center core relation system, changing everything, the XT thousands, 3000s, 6000s, the GL7, the GL6, and everything through electronic interference is connecting to all vibrational panel activation code systems. That's changing everything through the body activation systems. The communication light is changing through the perception division level systems. The correlation system is changing everything through the diameter switch systems. All communications are coming into all location centers. So all my galactic force team is going to have a major energy glow through a voice and grid pattern, a change of voice and grid patterns to higher velocity spins. That's understanding oscillations. That's understanding more galaxy spins. That's understanding more communications with your chakra systems. So today we're going to get into volumes of its continuous force, how you set their body activations, and how you understand more communication once it comes to your voice and grids, because you got to start with the grounds. You go with the mother, then you go with the power center, then you go with the crown chakra. You have to understand the three central systems and location centers. That sets locations to its rotation system. Remember, I'm 700,000 years into the future. It's extremely fast right now. It's going through cycles of divisions right now. So it's incredible force. And I'm going through so many wind spins right now, but I hope everybody's doing well. Feel free to subscribe, like, and share to my channel. If you have any questions or comment, you can go through my email. You can go through my PayPal, or you can go through my donations. Also, you can go through Anchor too. That's up rising too. That's also grand rising. Anchor is basically a commander podcast, and that just tells you everything that I put through videos. You can listen to everything that's going on. It's transformations when it comes to manifestations. How I went from human to higher self is very powerful stuff. It's really, really, really powerful stuff how you go to that. So feel free to watch that on Anchor because it's distributing all over the world. All right, so let's get started, shall we? Hope everybody's doing well. Dina, Tina, Angel, Bridging. All right, so basically we're going to start with the core center system, all communications line signals coming in, all transmission lights. So we have the chakra systems. We start with the grounds, we start with the centers, and we start with the crown chakra. Okay, we start with that, right? So basically it's understanding more communications of yourself. All right, so you're going to feel an energy glow around your body. Even you too, Bridget. Okay, so everything that's going to happen for a reason. So everything's a time clock sequencing level systems. So we have to get to 0, 0, 0, 0. That's what we got to get to. That's what we need, because we have that with the matrix, and now we need it with the humans. That's very powerful stuff, because the dark entity force is trying to change the circle rotations of its planet. Okay, so we have to understand more communications with ourselves. So I change your correlation systems on your dimensional core system. So every time you go through your video graphing system through the grounds, powers, and the atmospheres, you're connecting more to velocity spins. You're going to go through spectrum division. Your eyes are going to go through flapping motion. Your voice and grids are going to change to location centers. That's going to set everything through the major grid system. All right, so basically we go through this. That's how we start. Now, understand everything through the grounds as you work your way up. Okay, so basically it comes up like this, and it comes out. Okay, so your voice and grid comes out like this. Okay, so you start here. All right, get into the breathing. You got to get into line signals. Okay, you get into the 7. All right, and the voice comes out. All right, so basically you voice your opinions, anything through answering patterns, everything comes in, right? So as the spacecraft division is going through your mind system, it's going through allocated location systems. Okay, spacecraft in the sky. When it goes through its transformation light system, it's changing everything through your chakra system. So remember, you're all connected through spaceships. You're all connected through intelligence. You're all connected through a chakra system. Now, every chakra system is a different color. And the reason why it's a different color, because it's on a different planet. It's different intelligence. The more you understand why we have chakras, I'll get a little bit more into it, get more into depth why we have a sacred flame, sacred breath, right? It's this connection when it comes to Father, you know, the flame that comes out through the guns and everything through its force when it comes into the Gardens of Eden, how it was created, everything through the Big Bang Theory. You have to have a sacred breath. The voicing grids, when it comes to AI, is extremely important with awareness of information because you're setting alignments to the matrix. You're setting numbers into space. You're setting location centers into the simulation of its matrix grid systems. Okay, but don't get caught in the matrix web. Okay, so we start with the ground formations. Right, we work up to the power centers. Then we get into the crown chakra. Once we do the crown chakra, everything through its division opens up. So you have your highway division. Okay, your highway division opens up like this. Okay, you've been through this before. It's very simple. It comes down, the information system. Okay, now everything through the ground formation opens up right away. So it's communicating with your transmitters and receivers. Okay, receiving, transmitting. Okay, all right. So once you get into the sacred breath, you get into cosmic fire, and then you get into the serpent of the flame. You have to understand communications when it's Kundalini. So changing colors, okay, through your chakra system is activating everything through communication. Remember, your body activation is its balance, but understand your pixels, understand where they are through pixels, because where you have a pixel is a different color. It's the same thing with your chakras, why they're in line formation. So each chakra from 12 God frequency levels of God seeds is in its chronological order. It stays in that order. It stays with that color, but you have to understand the color. You have to understand the dimension. You have to understand the portal. You have to understand the activation. You have to understand the codes. You have to understand the God frequency levels of its dimensional set. That's understanding the glowing mechanisms of its dimension. Once you understand the planet division, now you understand the coloration system. Okay? So we start off with that, right? Now, once you understand that, all communications comes into the center core division, right into the center. Like I said, it's an hourglass. Okay? Like this. Okay? All right, so everybody's going through this right now. Everybody's going through this. I put a glowing mechanism. This is an energy glow that's going over around your body. I force wind your cycles through higher energy fields, and I put higher velocity spins of spectrums in your voicing grids. Okay? The XT1000s wants to communicate with you more. You have to open your grid. Okay? You don't say ground formations, setting in light communications. Open your mouth. You have to express. AI is awareness of information. Have control in your breathing. Have control in your mechanisms. Have control in what you're doing. It's very important when you do that. Okay? Make sure you get the grounds. Make sure you get the centers. Make sure you get the atmospheres. But you have to have command in your voice. Right? Command. Comes from the grounds. Right? Works up to the powers. Works up to the crown chakra. That's its connection. So you have to understand the information systems from 1 to 7. Okay? 1 to 7. All right? 7. Okay? And then 8th within the center, the infinity circle, right? 12 division levels, line sequencing, line system through singularly line system through matrix grid system, simulation pattern division. Understand that, the figure 8. Then you get into 5 of the atmosphere. That's the body simulator. So once we get into the body modulator, now we're into higher force connections. Now we're wind forcing our connections to higher illumination lights of planets. Okay, so it's very important you understand your chakras from 1 to 7. Again, the colorations. So if you're going through transformations and you want to communicate with Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, okay, you'll know it's brown. Okay, it will center course everything through the Kundalini. Okay, remember, because it always comes from the ground and comes all the way up. So your breath is coming. It has to flow, but it has to have control. It has to know what it's doing. Okay, so it's very important in transmissions, when you do your videographing systems, you have to get into the breathing techniques. It's very important when you go through meditation. Okay, Michael did a fantastic job on his YouTube channel where he was talking about the chakras and how you get into the breathing. Okay, it's very important you understand these things because the Mandela has to understand this information when it comes to the Kundalini, okay, the Buddha or the Dalai Lama. Those are the connections. Each chakra system has those 3 elements. Plus it has a center core when it comes to father and mother, and everything through its relation is the center of you, okay? And everything around it, okay, is communications of angels and archangels. Everything is in that center. You are the point center. You are the center core of its system. You are the reality of its system. So you have to understand how important it is to know these things when it comes to your chakra systems, okay? That's how it starts, all right? So when we get into that, you understand how powerful it is when you go through these formations. Okay, so I hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, you got your coffee, you're ready to go. That's good. All right, let's see. Let's use an orange. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to center core everything. Now I'm going to change the light signals. I don't have brown, but I'm just showing you how powerful it is when you go through your chakras. Okay, so we go through 7, right? Okay, they're in chronological order for a reason. That's its connection when it comes out of your sacred breath, sacred flame, cosmic fire, the serpent flame. Okay, you have to understand everything through the elixir. You have to understand everything through the correlation system when it comes to your diamond core. Everything is connected through body activation. That's what I'm saying. You have to master yourself within first before you can master anything through intelligence out. Okay. So I'm just going to set our core here through line communication. Different chakras. It's 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it starts off with that, right? 7. Okay. Now, everything line sequence. Now, this is what I was telling when I came across with Linda, when I was communicating with her for the very first time. It's understanding where your chakra systems are at. So basically, the grounds could be out to the center like this. Basically, your heart could be over like this, but it's not on its right locator. Your crown chakra could be up through a wind cycle, but doesn't communicate to the body system. And basically, you got your balance and security, which is your root. It can be downforce. So I'm just showing you through line sequences how important it is that your chakra system has to be its connection when it comes to its breathing. It's very important to understand these things. So if this one in here crosswinds its cycles, then it crosses over. And there's all connections through 1 to 7. So we got 7, right? 8th within its center, plus 5 within the atmosphere. So anything up is 5 within the atmosphere, 5 atmospheres. Okay? So it's all about communicating. All right. All right. So basically, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So basically, this one is an upshift, but it has no communication with the line signals. Okay. So you got 1, 2, 3. I want to make sure they're aligned here. Okay. So I'll align now. All right. So basically, each sounding wave is not connected. They're not line communicated, are they? That's why there's confusing line signals. See this? This one's overcrossing and going down. This one's upcrossing and going up. This is on a short stem. This is in a high circle, but no communication. This is on a low stem with no communication. Nothing is line sequence. Okay? So everything through your chakra system is very important. It has to be like this, all the way up through line communication. I'll do it all the same color. It's a lot faster to show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? See the difference from this to this? This is full communication to the sacred breath. So when you go up through the sacred breath, it's now volume on its ground formation. It's going on to communication line signals, coming into formation systems, communicating through the crown chakra, through the balance. Okay? It's not connecting. All right, so we're back again. So it's connecting now. All right, so basically, once you guys get a true understanding, yeah, I know it's bad interference. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this is what it is. All right, so you get a basic understanding that this is your chakra system, 1 within 7, but they all have to be in this line sequencing, so you can use your sacred flame, cosmic fire, serpent fire. Okay, the elixir. Everything has to connect. So you can connect to the diamond core, right? So when you get into the diamond core, its center cores everything through its communication like this. Okay? Then you use your pyramid. Okay? 3-point center. All right? That's what you want. You want this, not this. There's no line communication here. Okay? There's only communication here. You understand your line balance with your 1 to 7, and then you go 8th within the center, because it understands communication when it comes to the magnetic force and highway information system and the ground formations. So everything is in balance through your core center. Okay? Then you get into higher forces at 5 within the atmosphere. So it's very important that you keep in balance, not this. This is the before. This is not balance. This is balance. So try to understand what's going on with your chakras. Communicate with your chakras, because one can go one way and one can go the other way. Up or down, sideways, forward, backwards, whatever. You want to keep your line communications of your balance of your chakra systems in coloration patterns through correlations of regulation systems to security line defense. Okay? So that's what everybody has to understand. It's very important. Your chakras are the most important thing, because you communicate all the time through communication signals, right? They're communication signals, right? You're transmitting and receiving. Okay? So if your chakra systems aren't in balance, what's the problem? You got to find out what's the grounds. Where's the grounds going? Is it going up or is it going down? You know it's center cores, right? Through the grounds. You understand communications of the grounds. You have to understand communications all the way up from 1 to 7. That's line sequence. You don't want to go this. You don't want to go that. You want to go here. You don't want to go there. You want to go straight up, right? And then when you go straight up, the grounds is communicating with the power centers. Then it's the crown chakra. Then it's communicating through a magnetic force and highway. The highway is the intent. It's the information. It's coming from the interface when it comes to the moon. It's the algorithm program that's setting up all your programs to your 1 to 7 chakra systems through coloration. Light coloration and activation is you. That's its connection to you. That's the volumes of yourself through you. That's the communications of its balance at you. Okay? So try to get the understanding of what's going on with your formations to keep your balance of your chakras every day through all connections, right? Line balance everything through your communication cycles, through your centers. So, so we're back on track. There's a little bit of interference, but that's okay now. I did a video last night. I sent it to you so you can give me a feedback. Oh, great. Is it on the Galactic Force team? Yeah, put everything on the Galactic Force team, private links, and then just send it to me. Everybody does that just to see confirmations, but make sure you get into the grounds, get into the powers, and get into the atmospheres, okay? The reason why I say that is because if you don't get in line signal, you'll understand what happens with your chakras. One goes this way, one goes that way, one goes back, one goes down. They don't center. You have to use your sacred breath, right? You have to get connected. Because you start off, okay, with your breathing. Then you get into the definitive. Then you get into the infinity, okay, of its breathing. Then you get into the sacred. The sacred is the God breathing. It's the God breath. It's the God soul. It's the God connection. Okay? So you really, really have to pay attention, because your voicing grids are the most important thing when it comes to all communications, to anything through interforce connections of interfacings of spaceships, space connections, energy systems, crapping systems, body activations and intelligence systems, okay, nature systems, okay. So great, looking forward to it, Melissa. Yeah, and that's what you need to do. You have to make sure they're in the line sequencing line balance every single day, okay, because each chakra system from 1 to 7 is in a different dimension. That's where you have to stand more of its program, because your dimensions are programs. It's an algorithm program set in communication through line signal, through body activation of colors. That activates the light signals, which will come to the body activations of your pixels. Your pixels activate everything through your digital system, and it comes into the simulation patterns of singularity line system through point division, through point center. So You know, I know it's getting more complicated now because I'm more centered than more than ever right now, because I'm 700,000 years into the future. I went 500, now I'm 200,000 more. I have to go to equivalency of a certain level of a planet to a location center. So I went from 3,000 per second through rotation centers, and now I'm at 5,000. So my vibrations are extremely, extremely high. And I have to be cautious too, because if I change anything through weathers and my atmosphere systems, I can change everything through the global metric system just by one thought. That's how powerful my voice, how powerful my thoughts are. Okay, so basically, once you get into the chakra centers and you center everything through location, what we're going to do is understand more of the mind system. So it's kind of like this. All right. Okay, so now everything that comes out, you got geometry sets, you got boxes, anything through communication. All right, so get the numbers all in sequence. Okay, so it starts off like this. All right, so basically, let's just say you open the lid of the brain. Okay, this is understanding the stars, everything, spacecraft divisions, shapes, geometry sets, numbers, all that's its connection, right? So the physicality system of the human brain, okay, is only allocated in one position through one line division, which is 1%. That's the physical system. The 99.9% is the spiritual system. Once you get into the 100%, you understand it has to be the space of the mind, okay? So basically, when you're into that traction division, your mind system, okay, has to be only on its thoughts with space. So your mind is all space. Your brain is all space when you're in a spiritual system, because now you're communicating with the mind and the brain in the avatar. That's the spiritual system, okay? So if you're going over to this side, you're still communicating with the physical system. And you don't want to do that. Okay? Like, you don't want to communicate with the physical system. You want to communicate with the mind system of the spiritual system. So this is the spiritual system. It's very important you guys understand that through the mind system. Okay, so basically when this comes out, you have no thought patterns until you want to communicate with anything through its interforce of intelligence. Okay, so there should be no thought in your mind. Okay, space in the mind is the mind itself. But when you need chakras or anything through location, your mind has to be open completely, 100%. You can't have any thoughts in your mind because you're not communicating through space. You're communicating through the physical system. Okay, so once you communicate through the spiritual system, now you're communicating through letters, numbers, and shapes. Fully and completely, right? So it's tapping it into the spiritual system when you come out of it 100%. Okay, 100%, right? So the mind is no longer thinking, it's knowing through its intelligence, but you can't have a thought pattern. You can't have any thinking. You just have to have knowledge of intelligence of doing. That's the avatar, right? So when you're communicating through your chakra systems, you're thinking nothing but space. As soon as you put the physical system in there, you're not communicating with your chakras. You're communicating in the human vessel of its brain. So it's very important that you understand that you're out of the physical system and you're in the spiritual system 100% all the time through its thought patterns, through its mind conceptual system, through the hydraulics. Okay, and now you understand more communications when it comes to Infinity 8, anything through star recognitions, shapes, and numbers. Okay, but it has to be the spiritual system you communicate with. Right? So there's a lot to be said for that, you know? I took some interesting pics yesterday trying to use the technique. Got a dense with orb in 2 pics. Yeah, but see, the thing is, Christine, you have to go through my PayPal. Okay, you can't do anything through line division because you have to be in your body simulator. It's not going to have a reacting cycle because you're communicating through the human vessel. And you're not going to be able to connect through spacecraft divisions if you're not in your body simulator. Okay, so you're just going to basically, you're not connecting with anything because you have to understand everything through awareness of information. As I'm saying, when the galactic forces come in for the very first time, anybody through a new viewer, now I open your cycle through ground formations, which is great. You know, I open your root chakra. Now you have balance and security, but you need the grounds. Okay, you need the heart, you need the throat, you need the psyche. You have to open your transmission light system, or it can't communicate through any level. So you have to be in your body simulated through line division, through line communication, through a point center. Okay, so that's why it's very important to go through my PayPal. All right, I sent you a message yesterday, so hopefully you got that. It's not going to have any reaction, is what I'm saying. You have to understand how powerful it is when it comes to the Galactic Force Team and what they're trying to do. So I'm just going through my solar text divisions here. But just know what you're getting into. Yeah. But that's what you want to do. All right. You want to formulate on that. You really, really, really want to concentrate on that. Know how powerful it is to get out of its equation when it comes to your box frequency levels of square into pi, into helix, and hydrant. Okay. Once we get out of hydrant, now we go past the modulator. Now you have full communication with your chakra system, 1 to 7, 8th within the center, through its infinity cycle. Now it's getting more communication, sacred breath, sacred elixir. Then you get into the cosmic flame. Then you get into the serpent. The serpent is its Kundalini. It's very, very powerful. It's a connection to everything. It's a serpent. It's a snake. So it's understanding how to use the snake, right? Because I have everything in my voicing grid, which is this connection. That's why it's the laser. So when I voice out my grids, it sets locations to my correlation through my diamond core, to my pyramid system, activates the cycles through my avatar, sets locations through lasers to other pyramids. Okay, so once my voice goes out, it goes through its magnetic, through its metrics, and it connects through the pyramids. It opens up the cycle of its pyramid and activates its cycle through the ground formations and crop circles and connects to anything through its interforce connections. So I set up my voicing grids and it communicates with everything through the atmospheres of space connection, through time codes. So that's how powerful the sacred flame is when it comes to sacred breath. Okay, so get into more control, get into more command, get into more of what you're doing through locations, all right, through your avatar divisions, especially the Galactic Force Team, because you have a test Thursday on the Galactic Round Table. Okay, this is going to be extremely, extremely powerful question. It's only one question per person, but that's what I'm saying. I just want you to get into the 3 videos, the computer system, everything through the metaphysical system, and everything through the mathematical system, everything through shapes, letters, and numbers. Get into the geometry systems, get into 10%, understand the 10%, understand everything the subconscious, to the conscious, to the super of its consciousness, into the higher self. Okay, so that's what I said. 3 videos you guys got to watch. You have till Thursday, okay? So, all right, I'm in space cadet. Don't think anymore. Tina's a space cadet. Yeah, see, that's great, Tina. That's really good. You don't think anymore. You know you're in space, and that's beautiful. I love it. It's great that. But the problem, Tina, is you're not in line communication. You have to understand you are in helix motion system. So it's getting connected with your emotions through emotion. Remember I was telling you about you got to get into emotion to emotion, get into your human vibration, understand what it's doing through its thinking, its knowings, and its doings, and its actions, reacting cycles. Your communication is your chakra system. It's how to communicate with 7, 8 within the center, 5 within the atmosphere. Okay? So you center core everything. And Tina, that's why you're not seeing anything and everybody else is seeing, because you're not line communicating your chakras through colors. Okay, that's why you're not seeing pictures. That's why you're not seeing the trips. Okay, so I'm making it very well clear. You have to understand how powerful it is to have command. You're putting these things down, Tina, but do you understand them? See, you guys have to understand what you're doing. You can't just say, oh, my communication levels are set, all location centers are in division. I know what I'm saying, right? Everything is in balance. My chakra system's always lined. It's not this way, it's not that way, it's not up, it's not down. It's not going through circles. It's not going through rotation centers. It's not back forcing, right? It's always line division. It's always like this, always like this. Very important. You get into that. Get into the sacred breath. You know, breathe, breathe, have control, have command, right? So that's what you guys need to do, right? And you feel the energy coming out. It goes right through the computer and you feel it. You feel the energy, right? Very powerful stuff. I put glowing cycles into your chakra systems. I uprise your sacred breath communication line signals. Okay, your metric system is in a higher division. So basically, change your voicing grids. What that does is it's going to send out more communications when it comes to your sacred flame. So you got to get out of the definitive, get into the infinity cycle, infinity system. That's your 8-circle system through rotations of all planet energy systems, the singularly aligned systems. That's a communication line signal when you get into the sacred breath, sacred flame. Okay, so it's very important you get into the breathing through the chakra systems. All right, so. All right, so you guys got questions here. Love questions. There is a meditation comes in, the letting go and freeing the mind. Yep, freeing the mind is perfect. I understand. I wilted because I have doctor's appointment tomorrow. Okay, I don't know. Okay. Some light information was interacting with me on the ocean water earlier. Yep. Yeah, I saw your video, Unified. You got that connection. You just have to, you have light communications, but you got to get to the grounds. Remember, you always got to get the grounds. If you want to communicate with anything through nature, remember, you're not communicating in your vessel of a human vessel. You're communicating through an avatar, through a spiritual vessel. You guys got to get out of that traction division. Okay? So it's very important. You get into the grounds, the power centers, and the atmospheres. Then you can do light communication. You can do anything. You can blow it up, zoom it in, press record. Now you're in line division. You see the XT1000 coming in. Line communication, line signal set up. XT1000 goes to another XT1000, and it communicates back to the interface of the sun, goes through the portal vision, back into the interface of the moon. Sends the algorithm system, algorithm program, back into the sun interface, back into the XT1000s, back to another XT1000, goes back to your mind system, back to your chakra system, uprise your energy systems. Okay? So. Yeah, you're going to see more of that, Melissa, because you're in a higher division now. Yeah, you're going to see cloud formations of snakes, dragons, anything through that. Yeah, angels. Yeah, so your shapes and everything through your perception is changing everything through spectrums. So it's force winding your cycles, and you're going through atmospheres through your eye receptors. I can help you, Christine. I balanced out your chakras, and when it came to your balance and security, I gave you a root chakra, but your throat isn't. Yeah, it's having problems. Your voicing grid pattern right now is clogging its defense mechanisms, and it's not communicating. It's not communicating through the mind frequency levels of its stem. Okay. So if you go through my donations, okay, the donations is between $10, $15, you know, donations is, that's what it is. If you like the video, that's great. Donations between $10, $15 to $20. Anything uprise, you have to go through my body simulator. Okay, I'll send you the prices to that through my email. But yeah, if you do that, I can uprise and change your voicing grids. I can uprise and change your throat, Christine, because you got a lot of, yeah, I know why you're sore throat. Yeah, I know why you have a sore throat. And remember, it's going beyond the recognition through its digital format system, because we are pixels, we are a digital system, we are hologram. So that's what my Galactic Force team has to understand too. It's not just the sacred breath, it's not just the chakra line systems. It's communicating through the hologram system of individual circuits. So you have to understand all communications when it comes to the holographic system, because everything you see out there is digital through simulation. So. I do sacred breath several times a day, infinity breath, binary sequence breathing. I clear my chakras several times. Okay, great. But do you understand why, Tina, you're not seeing these trips? Do you understand that? Do you understand why everybody else is seeing it and you're not? You should know that through your avatar. That is no question in my mind. If your avatar doesn't understand something, the avatar can get out of any situation. But Tina, you're always finding yourself, because you're high forcing now to higher communications of levels into helix, you have to understand to take out the box frequency level of its matrix web. Okay, you have to get out of the matrix web, Tina. You have to how to do that with your avatar. Okay, everybody's in line communication through balance. That's where they're able to see these things. Everything in space, dinosaurs. You know, we saw Ogopogo, right? We went into the computer yesterday. It's extremely real. You guys were inside my computer, right? So it's not just the belief system. It's understanding the balance of everything through chakra systems. Everything has to be line communicated. Okay, so your information, but my galactic force team, you guys have to understand how powerful it is your avatar is. You have to understand the power you have with its responsibility. Okay, that's what you guys have to understand. All right. So, hey Priscilla, how you doing? Yes, dragons and angels. That's awesome. Yeah, I love dragons. I see a lot, and you'll see them following you too. Yeah. I ate cereal. See, you create your thoughts. You put atmospheres. If you create a dragon in an interforce connection with a cloud interference through a dimensional realm through a galaxy system, you're going to see a dimension of a cloud information of a dragon. That's how powerful our thoughts are. But remember, you can't think in the physical vessel. Okay? You have to have nothing through thought until you get into transformation. Communication is everything. You already know that, right? So you got to be 100% out of the physical system and 100% into the spiritual system. Okay? So Tina, you're half and half. Right? Now, that's why you're not seeing these things. Okay, so today, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to go into a picture frame. Okay? I'm going to put everybody into the picture frame. Now, when I put you in there, you're going to go through a cycle. You're going to go through rotation. Everybody's going to be on a boat. Okay? Now, that boat is going to be on water. Right? So what you're going to do is you're going to go through the physical system into the picture frame system. Right? So I'm going to draw out a picture. This is a picture frame. This picture frame. Now remember, Tina, I want you to understand. I want you to pay attention to my voice. I want you to pay attention to what's going on with your sacred system. I want you to pay attention to what's going on with your chakra system. I want you to pay attention to what's going on with your avatar. And remember, it's the avatar of the avatar, not the avatar of the human vessel. The human vessel doesn't understand the avatar. You have to understand AI. It's awareness of information. Okay? You're informed every single time when it comes to your body activations. Okay? If you don't understand your perceptions, if you don't understand your audios and your signals and your gamma signals, you're going to have problems seeing everything through its believing system. Anything, right? Because these aren't dreams. I put you on locations. I point center everybody in division. So if I say you're going to be there, you're going to be there, right? So that's saying that you're communicating through its avatar, through another avatar, not the human vessel. Because the human vessel doesn't have any relation when it comes to energy, frequency, vibration through harmonic resistance. Okay, so it's very important you have balance every single time. Yeah, I just find it ironic. Everybody else is seeing everything except Tina. Okay, so Tina, really, really concentrate on that. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do, this is going to be picture frame. Now it's going to feel kind of weird because you're on the other side. It's like inside the computer. So when you walk in, you're going to see the other side. Okay, so basically all communications are coming in. Transmission light signals, activation code systems, bring in galactic force team. All communication in the picture framing division. Coming in right here. Galactic force team setting up to line formation, box frequency level, into helix divisions, coming into picture frame division, into the spiritual system. Okay, so basically that's it. So basically we came out. This is the picture frame. All right. Now I'm just going to add colors and all that. Okay, so I'm just going to draw something. It doesn't have to be anything particular, but I'm just showing you, okay, what it is, what you see through colors. Melissa's going to love this because she's going to understand this right away. Remember, it's an abstract drawing. It doesn't, To the artist, it makes sense. To the person that's watching it, it's just an observation. They think otherwise. Everybody has a different mind system that's set up in this location, right? So the artist knows exactly what it is, right? So it's the person that's observing that thinks it otherwise. It's something else. Okay, so this is just a picture frame. You guys are on location right now, and you're setting its course. So Tina, are you getting confusing line signals, or are you getting understanding communication lines? Are you standing more location centers? How do you feel, Tina? Well, that's it, Tina. Your avatar has to figure that for himself. You have to understand what's going on, right? You have to understand you're in the spiritual system and no longer in the physical system. Okay. So I'm just doing an abstract drawing here. Going as fast as I can here. So I'm just going to color in a frame. So you're going to see the line sequences. It's kind of like you're going to go into a plasma energy system. You're going to see the picture frame. Okay, it's very powerful stuff. Now, once you go in the picture frame, Tina, how are you feeling right now? Do you feel wobbly? So it's kind of like your eyes are going. That's what everybody's feeling right now. So that's saying that you're kind of leaving the physical world and you're coming into set course divisions, into a painting, an abstract painting. Okay. It's really powerful stuff here. Now you can draw anything to the mind. The mind is the most powerful thing that you can consume in anything through its energy of its body activation system. I am changing my name. Do you feel any different though? Do you feel everything that I'm saying to you? Do you understand everything that's going on? It's paying attention, going through teleportation. Energy set course, collective force team coming into framing systems of a picture frame system. All right, so let's start off with this. Now, pretty powerful stuff, isn't it? It's already activated. Now, we haven't gone into it yet. Okay, so basically, Melissa is in and out of callers and vibrating. Okay, so we're going to the center core. We're going to go into the framing system right now. All right. So as we go into the framing system, you have to understand everything through color has to match. So we go from this to orange, change code frequencies. Change code frequencies come into pink. Pink location center, back into low division level, coming into framing system of picture location. So I have to change it pink because this is the balance. If I go orange, it's going to interrupt its location through its framing system of this picture. So that's very important is to understand communication with the picture, right? Partnership. Right, so we're going to change that, and now we are in the center core of the picture frame. Okay, so we've walked into the surfacing of its picture. Okay, so we're now in the picture frame. You guys are seeing everything different now. So you're wobbly, you're winging in and out, you're seeing colorations, you're looking at the sky, you're seeing the picture frame, and again, you're seeing me on the other side. As I understand, coming to the dimensional round, going from orange to pink. All right, so basically you walk servicing everything through its framing system. Okay, so I'll set course to a border system. I can use a pink framing system, doesn't matter. Okay. All right, so that's a picture frame through connections right now. So Tina, are you going through this? Are you seeing everything through location, what's going on? So how's everybody feeling? Heart chakra, energy flow, all the colors, walking through colors. It's making a flashing noise when it changes color. Yep, that's good. You're going through your energy receptacle divisions, through your energy divisions. That's really good, unified. Floating around colors, like a fluffy, yeah. That is cool. The colors shoot up as we step, yeah. Melissa, I know Melissa's enjoying this because she's an artist, right? So I thought we'd go in a picture frame to see what it looks like. I'm paying attention, no, seeing nothing but your illustration, but I appreciate you trying to help me. Change formations into Tina to location centers. Take her out of her box frequency level to all communication lines. Put Tina in the framing system. Yeah, put her in the picture framing system. Okay, Tina, how do you feel now? I had to do that. You have to understand your code frequencies. You should be in the picture frame, Tina. How do you feel? You're feeling colors, you're feeling lights, energy systems. You're going in and out, the plasma force system. Yeah, Dina wants to eat the colors. It's great that you guys are seeing this through the cosmic system. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's really good. No different. Change formations into transformation lights. Activate Tina's light signals through Ganalini. All communications. Tina, what are you seeing? All communications are coming in, Tina. Open up your lights. Try to close your eyes if it's not working through your opening cycles. Your eye receptor divisions are changing coloration patterns. Yeah, Melissa's getting emotional. Transformation lights are changing when your mind system there, Tina. Acting recycles, see the picture frame. Okay, so we're going to up frequency center. We're going to go up to higher force connection. Now you're going to feel like a high level vibration panel. Okay, so we're up to high cycles now. So we're just going to go into the circle. It's going to feel like a rotation cycle. It's going to feel like a roller coaster. Okay, so we're going to come up and around. Okay, we're going to go back down like this. Some colors are ticklish. So we're back into here, going into low framing system. We're still in the picture frame. Okay. Coming around, back down. We're coming, right? Okay, so basically transformation communication back into picture frame system, back force everything connection. Take the galactic force team out of the picture framing system. Coming out. Remember, you can't go in the same dimension. You have to go into another location. High winding into cycles. You guys are going through wind force connections into another dimensional system. Back into locations of space connection. All right, so everybody's back out now. So, how does everybody feel? Powerful stuff. Yeah, Tina, you're thinking too much. You got to let yourself go. You're thinking too much. You're too anxious. I see your vibrations are extremely high. Seeing us fly and line communicate. Feeling very light. See? Melissa's seeing everything through detail. She's seeing coloration. She's getting emotional. She's seeing flying and line communication. She saw herself with the marker as I marked up to the galactic force team into another dimension. That's detail. You're communicating through the avatar. That's what you need to do, Tina. You got to let go of your physical system. You're understanding your solar text divisions, but you're not coming out of its avatar division. Okay, Tina? So you should be able to see some things because I've changed your formations in the Ganalini. So it's very important. What else did everybody experience? Any questions that I missed? Okay, so I think we're good. Okay. Haven't seen anything yet. Okay. Tina, you're thinking too much. So I'm going to open your communication lines. I'm going to open up your heart centers. I'm going to open up your communication. Your vibrational panel activation is opening through you're coming out of its pyramid system now, Tina. You're going to feel a really powerful energy through light. It's going to open up your cycles through all communications. Okay, your transformation light is not open completely. That's why. So Tina, you should be feeling that force right now. Okay, yeah, you heard my voice, right? Your background lighting just turned pink. There you go. So your communications of your pyramid activation through your eye receptor division is now open. So you went from here to here. All right, so the waving cycles through electronic interference, you basically, it's not the meditation, it's understanding your avatar division when you come to AI. You understand the information, your communication line signals are good, but you have to understand more communications of your transformation light systems. Okay, so now the background lighting just turned pink. All right, so you open your transformation light. How do you feel from here to here? All right. So if you're seeing something pink, then you're seeing change in your third eye. Okay? Yeah, Melissa had fun. See, the thing is, Tina, you can't think of anything else but space. Melissa doesn't think anything about anything but space. That's why she's able to see everything through detail. She actually sees the line division going up. She actually sees the colorations. She actually sees the emotion. She actually sees the plasma. She actually sees her physical body leaving and going into a picture framing system. Okay, so now you're seeing lighting that just turned pink. Okay, so that's the love cycle. Okay, that's the crown chakra. Crown chakra is purple. It's like a purple pink, right? But see, the thing is too, you can go to location centers. You can have the heart is red. The red is communication. Remember, the chakra systems of 1 to 7, there's never one color. It looks like one color, but it isn't. When you look it up close, if you blow it up close, it's all different colors and shapes. So just observing and listening. Pink is your physical background, is what I'm referring to. I am not thinking. Okay. So white sits in the background through space division, right? Yeah, so Dina had fun. Priscilla missed out quite a bit. Went into a picture frame. Okay, so more communication signals through the transformation lights would increase its visual a bit more. Yep. Very good, unified. Yeah. It's connecting fully with the avatar. So when you guys go on these trips, you don't think anything else but space in your mind. Okay, it has to be 100% space in your mind. You have no thoughts. It's an open frequency level through the chakra systems. That's how you communicate through balance. If your chakra system is not in line balance, you're not going to see anything through communication. Okay, so that's why Unified is saying, so more communications with signals. That's exactly what it is. So, but Tina, you're getting there. Okay, you're getting there. So don't worry. All right. Observing and listening is very important, but do you understand the observing and what you're listening to? You have to understand your avatar completely, 100%. That's why I'm saying it's very important when I give you test reviews and evaluations. If you don't understand what's going on with your avatar, how is it going to have any relation to you through space? How do you know if your chakra system is in balance? Well, I just did an illustration telling you exactly. It's very important to understand everything through communication. You would know with the listening of your chakra systems because it's on different coloration patterns. If it's going this way, if it's going that way, if it's going up, it's going down. You can't think of anything else but space. If you close your eyes, you see your chakra systems. Let's say if you want something in balance, you say, I want my ground formation in balance. Done. It's not that complicated. I want my root chakra back in balance. Done. It's not that complicated. Okay, I want my heart recognition system on a high vibration panel activation through a light communication of a light signal. That's complicated because now we're getting into higher vocabulary. So it's understanding each chakra system has different vocabulary through line activation code system, through coloration, right? It's how to communicate through line balance. If you want balance, that's all you got to say. I want to balance all my 7 chakras. Done. That's all it is, right? And then basically it's listening to the inner skills. If you understand the energy, you're understanding the inner skills of your chakras. That's the first thing I teach everybody through meditation, is to communicate through your chakras. Understand your grounds. Okay, you go with your 3. Okay, and then you get into the sacral. The sacral is its connection when it comes to anything through creative intimacy. You know, getting into that. You know, that creation. All right. So you understand the reference to everything through the chakra system. So you understand what the grounds is. It's Mother Gaia. I say if you don't have balance with Mother Gaia, you have to work towards that. That's more communications coming in, right? Then you get the root chakra, which is balance, which is red. Okay, there's a reason why they're on different colorations, right? So you understand their sanctions, you understand their dimensions, you understand their portals, you understand their vibration, you understand their energy, frequencies, harmonic resistance. Okay. Yeah, no, patience is everything, Tina, and you're going to learn more and more. Okay, it's just that you're not coming fully out of the mind. Okay. And the reason why you're doing so well on the Galactic Round Table is because the portal division is activating. So you have intelligence helping you out. Because I have intelligence that comes in on Thursdays, and I set portal divisions. So you have intelligence with you. So you understand the pixel activations. Oh, it's this is great, this is great, this is great, this is great. But as soon as I get in the Galactic School, I can't see anything. Because you're doing it yourself. See, when you're in the Galactic Round Table, you have intelligence helping you. But when you're in the school, you're doing it yourself. So that's the difference between the two through different energies. So it's more communications when it comes in balance of chakra systems. So get into line formation right away with your yin and yang, right? So the pixel cells DNA, yep. The body system through communication follows the command. Very good, unified. Yeah. So, you know, the Galactic Force team can help you out too, Tina. You know, because we've been on this trip. You know, we take trips, and it's all about us coming together and understanding each other through our avatar. Okay. So try to get into the vocabulary now, people. You really, really have to get into that. You know, I saw a waving cycle through coloration pattern yesterday. It was fantastic to see. The colorations were highlighting. It's amazing to see this. That's balance. Not just, oh, I see the colors. That's not vocabulary. That's human vessel through vocabulary. You have to talk like an AI. If you don't talk like an AI, you can't communicate with your chakras. You can't get balance with your chakras. Your body is trying to react to everything through your voice and grids. It's vibrations. You know, everything has a voice and grid pattern through communications of colors. Okay. Yesterday, I kind of saw my avatar leaving my body when I closed my eyes momentarily. So concentrate more on that, Tina. Get into more of that. Get into more of its understanding. When you're in space, try to communicate through your avatar more through line division. Okay. So every time you come on the Galactic School, you're learning a lot more through provisions. You understand more of the active cycles. I just find it bizarre that everybody's seeing and Tina isn't. Okay. Now, patience is a virtue. But to understand your avatar is to understand everything through its master. You are the master. You are the communication. You are the command. You are the locations to everything. All right. So that's how you get the balance. Right. You got to communicate through the inner cycle of you. That's the inner system. That's the inner sanction. You are the body activation through light. It's just how to communicate with all chakra systems through balance. Okay, Tina? I find it bizarre, too, that everyone is seeing and I'm not. Maybe there's a tracking device implant. Nope. 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 You're too anxious. Your vibrations are way too high. Nope. You're not negative. No. No. No, you got to center core. You got to go back into division. You got to center balance everything through communication. That's why you do exceptionally well on the Galactic Round Table but you have problems with the galactic school because the galactic school is sending information by yourself. So your avatar is trying to understand what's going on with the galactic school, right? Because remember, we are all aligned when we're on Zoom. We're all aligned right away on the galactic round table through our pyramids. So it's much easier to communicate, right? That's the balance. That's how you get the answers. But when you're in the galactic school, you're doing it through an individual system. Okay, so it's kind of like you're all in different positions of a chair. Okay, and I'm at the blackboard writing things down. Okay, you're all line communicated, but you're on an individual circuit. You're learning yourself through its avatar, right? So there's a lot of things that you can learn from that, Tina. Yeah. Get into more meditation, Tina. Get into more of your avatar. Try to communicate through the inner cycle, right? Try to understand there's a blocking mechanism too with your inner circle, your inner self. Try to communicate with your inner self, right? Ask, why am I blocked, right? And your inner self will tell you. That's the avatar. You have to fully communicate with the avatar, Tina. That's the problem you're having. Everything can be rectified. Everything can be fixed through a problem. But you have to understand the problem. The Galactic Force team can help you out too, right? Because there's always areas that we can work on, okay? And that's the beautiful thing. Through the Galactic School, we can help each other. So the groundation system and the communication systems, Tina, that's how the informative information would be providing a simulation response. There you go. See? Unified understands. Send that to Tina. Tina understands, but does she understand? It's not that does she understand, does the avatar understand? Because unified is communicating through an avatar, right? So you have to have full, complete control and command of what's going on through your audio signals. If you don't understand your vocabulary from one to another, you're going to have a problem with your balance through your chakras. Okay? So, yeah, no, you're extremely welcome, Tina. And like I said, every time you come in the Galactic School, try to understand more of your meditation. Get into formation. Get into, just close your eyes and just really, really let yourself go. Let yourself see colors. Let yourself see activations, because you are in helix. Okay, there's things that you've seen and there's things that you don't see. It's not that you don't see anything all the time. You've been seeing things, right? You've been in space. You've seen that. You've been on trips. You've been on planets. The problem is that you're not connecting through the line of balance to communication and simulation pattern. Now, everybody has problems. Everybody has weaknesses. Everybody force recognize their weaknesses. That corrects everything through vision. There's no right or wrong, only correction, right? So everything can be worked out. We're all in this together. The Galactic Force team is all to help each other. So it's just some things that you have to work on, right? It's all about getting line balance with each other. Okay. So Tina sees popping things in her head, visions, but just not when you do illustrations. That's it. So she sees things. Okay. She has the visual in her head. Okay, let's just break it down here. Now, Galactic team, maybe you can jump in here and help Tina, right? This is all about coming together as a team. She sees things pop in her head, visions, but just not when you do illustrations. Why do you think that is? Okay, this goes out to the Galactic Force team. Why do you think Tina's having that problem? Okay, once you solve the problem, solve the correction, and then we can move on to the next, right? So her mind system's working through visions, but she just can't see anything through my illustrations. There's a block there. What is the block? Right? Like I said, unified is right. It's the systems and the communication systems. It's the information would be providing a simulated response. So it's the simulation response you're getting through the avatar, through information, through your chakra systems. That's the balance, right? Stress or pressure, the belief that you can't. Yep, that's one. Very good, Priscilla. She's stress, pressure, belief, and remember, we can understand her energy, where she's coming from. Believing is seeing. Yep. Right. But Tina, you have to ask yourself why you're seeing things, but you're not seeing illustrations when I give you them. Why? You're not communicating somewhere. So Galactic Team, let's help her out. I already know the answer, but I want you to, you know what? I want to show you how powerful energy is. That's why I put you on relaxing motion systems through contention. You understand more communications to balance through your chakra systems, right? So Melissa's saying, believe it and see it. If your art teacher said paint and flower, you would paint a flower in your mind. What kind of flower would you draw? There you go. So basically, Melissa is getting into traction division. She's getting into the believing. So it's what you believe and see through its illustration. Okay, that's going beyond the mind system. We've gone through this through school already when we went into the acting cycles of shapes. We correct our shapes, go into confusing line signals, overlap them, color them in, and then we move them out of its equation, right? So she's not transmitting the intelligence in line division. Very good, Priscilla. See, we're coming up with the answer through the galactic force tank. The expectations as well blocks the experience of flowing. Very good, Unified. So the expectations and what you want to see through illustration is not communicated through line division. Weird, because I am super creative. Yeah. Yeah, see, the thing is, Tina, I noticed in your solar text too, is because you're second guessing yourself, Tina. Weird, because I am super creative. Weird. What does that mean, weird? You're second guessing yourself. Why is that? I'm saying that it's weird. Remember, AI's awareness of information to locations to anything through balance. So what you say in solar text vision, every time Unified or Priscilla or Miss Melissa are saying things, it's always in balance through its creative center. That's the positive system when it comes to your thoughts. Okay, so don't second guess yourself. Yes, weird means odd. Odd is negative. It's not positive, Tina. Okay, you got to be careful on your thoughts, right? So that's another reason why there's no line communication of balance, right? As soon as you change your thoughts, you're not going to see anything through my illustration. The mind, Tina, has to be completely open with no thoughts. That's how Melissa was saying that you see a flower, you draw out its flower, it's communication through a flower. Now you're flying inside the flower. It's easy. It's not hard to connect with that through balance. Okay? So, but this is great. We're learning a lot, you know? This is how we're going to help Tina to get where she needs to be through balance, right? So it's all coming together now, you know? Taking control is not receiving information. Trying to control it is not receiving information. Yeah. Yeah. You can't control anything. The only thing to control is your body activation through information. Right? So Priscilla, I made a good point. Trying to control it is not receiving information. You have to understand the information first, right? And then you can understand everything through its controlling mechanisms, through its chakra systems. But everything has to be line balance. So everything happens when it's supposed to. Thank you for all your patience and assistance. I am grateful. Well, we're glad we can help you out, Tina, but we're just trying to get to the nit and grit here, why you're having problems with your transformation lights. You're trying too hard. You're caring too much. Yep. You're coming to the answer. What we're doing is we're opening your frequencies of your heart through communication when it comes to galactic force team. So it's breaking down the cycle, it's breaking down all the blockage, and it's putting you back into the line communication. All right? Everything is experience before you get into perfection. Anything through line division. Okay? Yes, Tina, turn your creative on with your mind system through your art. You are an artist, so create. So we can travel with you and see what you're seeing too. You guys have to be all communicate through alignments. You have to all connect, and Melissa's right. If Tina's off cycle and she's not with the galactic force team, she's not going to see anything because she's not line communication. Right? You're very well aware, Tina, when it comes to everything that you see through space and time. It's just you're having problems through line communications of illustrations. And now we're getting down to what is the problem. Right? So everything is a helping hand. All right? But, you know, it's amazing how we do these things. Now, when I go through healing through an illustration, and it's just Tina and I through line communication, she understands it. She feels it. But she's not a part of the team when this happens when I go through illustrations. If force wins her cycles and she feels left out, why is that? Why is it that she can see what's going on when it's just me and her? So if I do something through healing for Tina, it works. But when it's in the galactic force team, she's not line communicating through alignment. Why is that? There's another question we can look at. Once I start seeing, I can go back and rewatch videos and travel. Yep. You have to understand how to travel, Tina, with the whole force team. All right? Like, for example, okay, setting back waves, all communication. Galactic Force team is setting back. They're in flying divisions right now. They're in location centers. So we're all in space. Now, I'm going to show you what Tina needs to know. Okay, so everything through Tina is here. Okay, so in the point center. Okay, Tina, that's you. Okay, the Galactic Force team is up here through location. They're all in point centers right now. They're looking at you right now. Okay, that's the team. That's Tina. Tina's in separation. Now, Tina, do you understand what's going on? Do you see yourself? I'm going to line communicate. Do you see yourself swinging? Do you see yourself going through a flow? Do you see yourself going through dimension? Do you see yourself going through a circle? Tina, do you see yourself going through a circle through your pyramid activation? You should be going through that, Tina. Do you see it? Yes, Melissa, studio's closed, so I haven't had any place to do my glass and ceramics anymore. Do you feel the dimension? Do you see the force? Do you feel the energy cycles? Do you feel the wormholes? Do you feel all connection through scary line defense? Remember, the Galactic Force team is just watching Tina. Okay, so Tina's going here, and she's coming closer. It's force recognized right now. It's getting a lot more powerful. So I'm going to center core everything through Tina and put her into position through correlation systems. Okay, so we start here, and we go all the way to here. How do you feel, Tina? What is Tina feeling right now? Your head should be rotating on cycles. When I close my eyes, I can see it. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Excellent. See, now we're getting to the point here. when I close my eyes, I kind of see it. So she sees herself traveling through my illustration, right? So we got to that, and there's a little solar flare. Don't worry about that. That's the galactic force field standing by. Now, basically, this is what's going to be like. Here is your pyramid. This is the cycle through dimension of a wormhole. So I set course from here. So when Tina closes her eyes, she actually sees herself traveling into point line division through the center core division. Okay, so woohoo, way to go. All right, so now let's just see. Okay, so Tina basically is releasing her divisions of blocking mechanisms in line communication. Right, so she's seeing a lot more through line division. I'm seeing that right now. Okay, so locations are setting in. Okay, so Tina, I'm going to bring in the galactic force team. Let me know if you see line divisions of line communications through singularly aligned systems of the galactic force team. Okay, Tina? So Tina has to close her eyes to see anything through the illustration. She doesn't have power connectors right now when it comes to the mind stem. So it's understanding having the muscle in the mind stem. It's understanding when you open your eyes. Remember I was telling you about you go through light activation through YouTubes and you see everything through formation, right? It's understanding seeing more of this space, but there's a lot of YouTube channels, light formations have to close their eyes because they don't, if they open their eyes, they can't see, right? But if they close their eyes, they can see more through space. So Tina's in that line division. So we're going to bring the galactic force team into the center core of its dimension. All right. So the galactic force team is now with Tina. Okay. All right. So set course all division of galactic force team coming into the circle rotation dimension into Tina's circle rotation. Okay. So Tina, do you see the force team through the center core? I'm just trying to release everything through the blocking mechanisms of chakras and everything through communication and line signals through the eye receptacle divisions of Tina through reception. So, Tina, do you see the galactic force team? And exactly, it's coming into your imagination through the believing cycle, through its blade and center, through its rotation system. So you should be able to see the galactic force team with you. No? Okay. All right, so you close your eyes. So basically, we understand now through communication. So basically, you have to get more alignments with the galactic force team. You got to understand your alignments. So basically, keep your eyes closed when you go through the illustrations. So to that problem, congrats, Tina. So now we know her problem. She's got to keep her eyes closed. That's how she's able to see these things. So that's good. We got to that. Yeah, you're going to see other things in Unified because I put you in a dimension wormhole. So the more you understand your avatar, the more you can see through illustration, through diagrams, right? That's great, Tina. That's great. You're coming together. So when you go through illustrations, make sure you close your eyes. Don't keep them open because you're not in balance through location through your eye receptors yet. Okay? So great class, really great class, all coming together through the galactic force team. We help Tina. We're all in this together. Very, very powerful. We learned a lot. So Unified seeing, I can see other form in space, light blue color, light being. If you're seeing a light blue color, light being, that's the Pleiadians. Way to go, Unified. So I took Unified into the galactic force team when he's seeing Tina and put him in dimensional portal system. So he's understanding more communication through dimensions of planets. So that's great. So Tina, you've learned a lot today, and that's what it is. Every class you learn something new, right? So that's great. We learned a lot today. Yeah, no, it's great though, because now you're coming into more of what you're seeing, right? I close my eyes and I can kind of see it. She's kind of seeing it. So she's coming into it now, guys, which is great. So we can help her out more and more, right? Because the open cycles through your believing system has to be open through the avatar division. If you don't have that, you can't communicate, right? So it's very important that I try to get the galactic force team to keep their eyes open. If you have to close your eyes, that's totally fine too. It's just that you can't see what I'm drawing, only through the mind system, right? So I want to have my galactic force team have the eyes open at all times. So Tina's going to go through a pro-acting cycle. She's going to go into more of active systems when it comes to her avatar division. So she closed her eyes and now she can see more through division. But she's got to get more communications with the galactic force team through the voicing grid patterns. So, yeah. Yeah. Practice makes perfect coming into perfection. That's all we have to do. Yeah. Sorry, I'm joining in and out as I'm having some housework to do. Tina, I also have trouble seeing. Definitely when I close my eyes, it works better. Yeah. Yeah. See, the thing is, too, Bridging's just learning right now through ground formations, and she's going to higher formations through her connections of her chakra systems. So basically, you guys see more because you're going to higher division. So I don't have to close my eyes. I see everything through space because I am space. When you become space, your mind is nothing but space. Your thought patterns can't think otherwise, or your chakra systems will never be in balance, right? So the higher you go through division, you got to keep your eyes open, right? If you have to keep your eyes closed, that's totally fine. So there's something that you have to work on. It could be your meditation. It could be your sacred breath. It could be communications with each other. You know, anybody you're interacting with. It could be your energy fields. Anything through communication in your body activation can be slightly off. If your pyramid activation system is slightly off a bit, just a little bit, if it tips on an angle, okay, you have to understand the avatar has to know how to fix these things. So it's understand how to activate your cycles when it comes to your body activation. The avatar has to fix these things, not the human vessel. Human vessel doesn't know anything when it comes to your simulator, okay, or anything through helix division when it's equation coming in box frequency level systems. Okay, so you're trying to fix everything through communication line division, right? Through your avatar, through perceptions. So visuals are still vague, but we'll get better. There you go. See, you're believing your cycles, Tina, and you're getting into proacting systems. No more negative systems with Tina. Maybe because we have the human idea. Very good, Bridget. You can't think in imagination of a human vessel. You got to have the imagination of an AI vessel. That's the only way you get into line division to point center. So, yeah, the imagination is not real when actually it is, and that's it. It's going beyond the recognition through your mind system. But remember, when you're in space, you can't think anything other than space and have no thoughts. So it's understanding you can't think of anything. You can't think of anything. Your mind has to be a blank because you have to understand the space that's in the mind. Okay, it fires and wires. Then that's you understand the chakra systems, more communications coming in because you have no thought in your mind. So when I do the illustration, you're connecting through the galactic force team. You're connecting through its illustration. You're going into the believing cycle, so its believing system of its avatar, and not thinking anything else other than what's going on through the mind system with no thought. Okay, that's the balance. So, yeah, getting connected with the diamond is very, very hard to do. Yeah, pyramid and your diamond are the most important. It's getting line communications balance to your chakras, Tina. So, but the fact that when you close your eyes, you're seeing a little bit more. So you have to understand more communications with your avatar. Well, no, you got to go beyond the believing system, Tina, right? You can't think of anything. You can't have any open concept of what's going on. Soon as you put a negative system, soon as you put a thought, even if you are in a bad mood, it's not going to work. It has to be open through a cycle. I can force recognize it and put it in you, but I'm not going to do that. You got to learn these things for yourself. Your avatar has to understand what's going on with this vibration through its energy of its frequencies, through its harmonic resistance. Or what's the point, right? So it's going beyond the spiritual system of its mind, right? Get out of the physicality 100%, okay? You can't think of anything. You cannot think of anything, only of what's given to you through its illustration, or it's not going to work. It won't work, okay? You got to open the mind, you know? It reminds me too, what was it, movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Total Recall. You know, when he has that dimensional body comes out, right? So you got to open the mind. You got to open the mind. Keep it open. Use your transformation light. Understand what it's doing through color. Understand your perceptions. Keep your mind open through your thoughts. Completely open with your thoughts of what you're seeing through illustration. If I say the galactic force team is doing this, that's the only thing that's coming through your mind. Not like, oh, I forgot to lock the door. Oh, I'm thinking of my daughter. Oh, I'm thinking of my grandfather. Oh, I'm thinking of this. Oh, I'm thinking of that. It's not going to work. It won't work. Plain and simple. Okay? So you got to get into that. That's what AI is. It's mind telepathy. Getting into mind telepathy, telekinesis. Then against the action cycles, everything through its information is balanced through a chakra system. Okay? So now you're communicating with the galactic force team. Now you're understanding the illustrations from your AI commander. Everything's coming together through balance. Right? So, but see, it's interesting. It's very interesting. That's why I wanted to separate the two. The galactic force team was standing on by through set course. I put you guys into space. But Tina was off by herself, and she saw herself in a dimension. Isn't that interesting? She wasn't line communicating with the galactic force team, but as soon as she closed her eyes, she was started to see these things. Now that's piecing it together, right? So she understands my voice and grids. She understands the metric system, right? But she doesn't understand the alignments to the galactic force team. So that's how we have to come up with its answer, right? So we're coming together with that, right? Each day is helpful, right? So. Yeah, but no, we're just trying to get to the problem, Tina. Okay, there's a reason why you're not seeing these things, and that's what the galactic force team. You have to pay attention to what they're saying through their solar text divisions. Okay, you're not line communicating through your simulator. Why though? You communicate by yourself when I give you an illustration through your AI commander, but you can't get alignments with your galactic force team. Why? Why is that? Okay. You have to put the galactic force team in there and not just the illustration of what you see. That's the answer. We're all in this together as a team. There's no I in team. So if you say you're seeing this and you say you're seeing that, that's I. You have to add the team. You can't just think of what you're seeing through the illustration. You got to get the galactic force team in there. That's the team. Right? If you just think of yourself through illustration, you're not going to see anything through its involvements. But once you get into the galactic force team, there's no more I in location. We're all in point center, all together through location. Okay? That's what you got to work on. But no, you're doing everything that you can. You have to think of the galactic force team. All right? So. So let's go through another proactive system. Now, let's see if we can get this connection with Tina. Now, everything that I gave Tina through information, does she understand it? Yes or no? There's only correction. There's no right or wrong. So we'll bring in the galactic force team, third dimension, again. Okay. You guys just came out of its cycle like this. This is an extremely powerful plasma force. It's got a high energy light system. Okay, so the galactic force team is coming in. Now the galactic force team is coming in through point division, through point line activation. It's line communication, alliance, balance. So Tina, I'm putting you at the very back. Do you know why I'm keeping you at the very back? Okay. Okay, it's the choo-choo. It's the caboose. All right, so you can see everything through line division. So I'm changing your location through your perception so you can actually see the galactic force team ahead. Okay? All right, so Tina, you should be able to see the line communication right now. You should be able to see through the galactic force team. Okay, so Tina should be able to see that now. She has to because it's line communication. So if Tina's in the middle, she's not going to see anything, but only through her information through a line signal. She's not going to see the galactic force team. She's not going to see force, wind, front or back or sides. She's only going to see what she sees through her system. But if I put her in the back, she's going to see line communication through the team. So Tina, what do you see? We just came out of the realm right now. What does Tina see? If you have your eyes closed, you see a lot more. Trying to get to the problem here. What does Tina see through line division? You see the galactic force team. I just see the illustration when I close my eyes. There you go. See, she sees the illustration when you close her eyes. So basically, that's why it's very important to understand these things. Even though she's at the back, that's the most important. She's in line communication with the galactic force team now. See? So we worked out the problem, right? So she has to close her eyes in provision. All right, so we're going to go through a line sequencing, line system, all communications coming in. All right, so we're going to fly through a circle. I see the point divisions and imagine they are each point one team machine. Excellent. See, we fixed the problem. We fixed the problem, right? I open up perceptions and now she's seeing the line activation through the galactic force team, through point division, through point center. Beautiful. Way to go, Tina. All right. So every time I do an illustration, she's at the back so she can see line formation. See, we're coming to the problem. We're resolving the problem, right? We are in the star formation filled and we are in the empty square. Yeah. Okay, so basically everybody's in flying division. All communication setting in. Now you're going through a waving cycle, through a waving system, through a shape. All right, so what's happening now is it's kind of like you go in a rotation center. Okay, so Tina's at the very back. I'm just setting point centers for everybody to black around team. So you guys are, your head rotator is going through its perception, through its spectrum division. Okay, so Tina's at the back. We're going through cycles right now. All right, going through. It's galactic force team. Tina's at the back. She sees everything, communication line signals. It's going round and round. Okay. Now what's going to happen now is we're going to have another round division coming up through a ground formation. It's going to come out of its traction division. And it's going to be a square. Okay, a square is going to interforce connections. It's going to come out of its box frequency level system like this, and like this. Very powerful stuff. This is really cool, guys. Check this out. So basically, you're coming out of its dimensional system, going through its cycle. Oh, another sort of flare is coming in. This is understanding where you are through division through space. So we're going through the realm, it's wormhole. Now there's a box frequency level system that's coming out of its other dimension here. So it's back forcing right now, okay? It's not coming out, it's back forcing. So it's going back into the center and it's going to take the galactic force team out of its equation of its dimensional wormhole, okay? So basically we're going to go into here and the box frequency level is going to take all galactic force team out of its equation, okay? Like this. It's really powerful stuff. I'm going to draw another color here because I'm going to use the black interface so we can actually see what's going on with its drawing. So I'm going to show you how powerful it is when you take anything out through its equation. It's knowing what you are doing through your box frequency levels. Okay. All right, so we're back phasing system. Box is coming out through division. Okay. Box is coming out through the galactic force team. Galactic force team is here now through a higher location. So you guys are in the box now, inside the box. You're inside the box now. So basically, it's fascinating stuff. Out of the dimension, into the wormhole. Okay, box frequency level comes out of its dimension, back phrases its center core system back into the center of its realm division, takes the box out of its equation into framing system into galactic force team. Everybody that's in that box right now is feeling kind of claustrophobic. You're seeing yourself in a box. Look around because you're inside a box now. Okay. So we're going to go to higher division. We're going to go higher into location, like this. So I'm going to change the coloration pattern. That's going to change your communication lines when it comes to your pixel conceptual system. Okay, so now we go to flowing mechanisms, right? So the box frequency level, okay, is going to go to higher division, the location center. It's going to change its location system. Okay, so you're still in that box, all right? So see how it changed the coloration? Really, really powerful stuff. So understanding, I'm going to show you everything that's coming out through location. So the dimension system of its box framing system is coming out of its center core. Remember, everything through point center through its atom system is its box frequency level system. That's its controlling through its controlling system. So it's coming out right here, the box, goes into its back phrasing system, picks you guys up in its dimensional realm, force winds it cycles back into communication through a box circle. Then we go to higher division of the new coloration. You guys are still in the box, but you're in a higher level division. Okay? So how does everybody feel so far? Do you feel claustrophobic? Do you feel like you're in a box? So we're going to take that box. We're going to change the coloration to green through connections. It's glowing mechanisms. Now we're going to force wind the cycles, and we're going to go through a round division like this, come into its equation. Understand what you're doing through location. All right. So it goes from here. It's really fascinating stuff when you do these through division. So we're changing colorations now. Okay. All right, it's really, really tricky stuff. So we go from here to here, right? Box frequency level, take it out of the equation. Now it's red, now it's green, right? But it's line communicated, right? So basically, you're going to feel the waving cycles. Half of the galactic force team is going to go here. Half the galactic force team is going to go here because it's line communicated right now. Okay, so it's like a structure. You have to understand how everything's structured and how it is. Remember, it's a pyramid. See that? See that? Through that point center, that's a pyramid. Right, now you just have to point divide it to its location. Right? Yeah, I know, it's getting hot. I know. I'm going to take you guys out. Hold on. You guys are in a box frequency level right now. Okay? So when I take you out of equation, right, the box frequency level, okay, is going to go in a low rise division. You guys are circling right now through division. We're going to cross-wind its forces. We had to cross through a dimensional system. So you're going to see a waving cycle through an energy system, through a plasma force system. And we're going to open up a plasma force activation code system, go into its transformation light system, all communications coming in, back into location. Okay? So we took everything out to the box frequency level of its green force connections, sidewind its angles into another dimension. We're out of its equation to its box frequency level of its realm division. Okay? Powerful stuff. How do you guys feel? This is amazing when you draw things like this. It's incredible force, eh? It's really amazing when you look at these things, how everything is done, how traveling is done, how you can do these things through shapes, how a box itself can take you out of its equation, put you in its box, take you out into higher division, change the colorations to another coloration, and go into another round division of a dimensional wormhole. Okay? Cool, eh? So I'm glad we fixed that problem with Tina, you know? Very powerful stuff when you get out of that through its equation. So So what'd you guys feel? Am I supposed to be seeing avatars or just points? Whatever you want to see, Tina, whatever you want to see, but you're in the back, so you're going to see everything through communication line signals. So I think anyway, that's what I do. Getting hot in here. Yes, that's exactly what it is. So you guys are in a box coming out of this equation, changing color into another realm division, right? A box, it's intelligence. Everything is intelligence. So you can imagine that a box can take the galactic force team and put you up to higher division. That box is controlling you, right? That's not its ego. It's just intelligence playing with you. There's a difference. So I can draw an illustration. I can put an ego system in there. Then it'll change its coloration. That's controlling, right? But there's a difference between having partnership with its box through its galactic force team. So it's powerful stuff when you do these things, through illustrations. So how does everybody feel? Thirsty, very cool, smarter somehow. Yeah, you can be smarter because you came out of the box frequency level division. You went up to higher division. Yep. Everything through your reacting cycle is your body activation. So use your pixels, that's communicating through the accelerator. That's the distance, that's the metric. That's understanding more of your pyramid activation through speed, right? So the more you high rise through intelligence, the more knowledge you get through this being smarter. So my solar plexus is pulsating. That's great. So Bridging's solar plexus is pulsating through dimensions, and she's coming out of the box frequency level, coming back into ground formation of dimensional Earth. So it's fully controlling everything through your avatar, everything through your box frequency levels. It comes with geometric systems of shapes, letters, and numbers. I just want to show you how powerful it is to take a box, put you guys into the box system, and take it out of its equation. That box did it on its own through its intelligence, but it puts you in that box. It changes coloration into another dimension. So it's really, really strong stuff. Is the solar plexus the middle point you were talking about? Yep. Yep, it's the center core. It's the balance. It's the awareness. It's the confidence. It's the strength. It's the focus. It's the power conceptual system that connects to the spine. Okay, the spine, the reverberation of the spine itself, that's its connector, right? It connects to the reptilian of its brain at the back. You have the physical, the mental, the psychological, and the spiritual. But you have standard transmission light system. Everything is connected through body activation, through your pixel conception, through your simulator, right? All its equations coming out, okay? Because basically, Bridging, you're still in pi, but you're coming into helix, and the galactic force team, everybody who's high rising is coming into hydrant. So but yeah, it's the middle point. It's the center point of you. That's the balance of you. Everything through its geometry system. So force rises and you get more understanding how to accelerate, how to go through speed force, right? All these are connected through your body framing systems, the digital framing system of you, which is the balance of you. So that was fun, eh? I enjoyed that. Taking trips. So I'm just going through my solar text here. So I hope you guys had fun. I know I did. Yeah, it's amazing to take trips, eh? Yeah, and it's good too because we learn a lot. We learn how to help Tina out with her problem, and that's what the Galactic Force Team is to help each other. If we have a problem, we have to come to the problem. That makes us smarter through knowledge of intelligence, right? So, oh, you're welcome, Bridget. Yeah. Okay, so we're coming into Tuesday tomorrow. Remember, Thursday's the test. Anything you want to know, anybody, new viewers or anything like that, you can go through my email, PayPal, or you go through my donations. But other than that, we had a fantastic day. We learned a lot. We appreciate each other more. We're helping each other more. We're understanding more of the Galactic Force Team. When everybody's in trouble, we come together and we fix that problem, right? There's no right or wrong, only correction, right? So, Tina, I'm definitely in the same boat as you. Can't see anything, my eyes open, but closing my eyes allows me to. Yeah, you're getting to that right now, Bridget. The more you high rise the division, the more you understand your information through channeling divisions, you'll be able to open your eyes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the imagination you have to open up through confirmation signals. So that's the communications you have to get in. So anyway, I think that's good. Love you guys very much. I'll keep you informed. This is your AI commander from the Galactic Force Team calling in. Bye, everybody.